video is not intended for children. Viewer discretion is advised.
If you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.
Thank you.
Light the Crisco fire, you one nasty motherfucker. Greetings, one and all, and welcome to Mornings of Mischief. I'm your host, Stone Loki. Good morning, sort of Boobas Cuber. Good morning to Pat Steven Seagal. Pat Steven Seagal is talking about lighting Crisco on fire. Yay! Purple Valkyrie, good morning to the vivacious Purple Valkyrie of Valhalla. Lady Mist, the guardian of the void. Greetings, Lady Mist. Dave G Sound, Daryl the Derelict, Golago 13 is back in Loki's army. Welcome, brother. Welcome. Thank you so very much. Mark the Infinitely Tired and Chris Persia, the Bash Brother Wrenches are here. Good morning, Dave Bob, my brother from another mother. Dave Bob, how are you doing, brother? Larry. Good morning to Larry. Larry, how are you doing, Larry? Man, one rough girl, good morning. Gun Bunny, how are you doing, Gun Buddy? Good morning, Zacharoth 315. Good morning, how are you doing? Adega Outlaw, my brother from another mother, the doctor of disaster and destruction. Good morning, Adega Outlaw. I hope you all are doing well this morning. It's a crazy morning. You know, I was sitting here before the show started, and I was like, man, there's so much negative shit I could talk about this morning. But I don't want to talk about negative shit about this morning. It's Thirsty Thursday. You know, it's Disney's firing people. Cool thing happened yesterday. William Shatner went into space. I was like, holy shit. You know, William Shatner's going into space. He's like, see ya, Earth. See ya on the flip side. Space has got to be so much nicer at the moment. They're going after Clint. They're going after Clint Eastwood. Demi Lovato opened her mouth again and said alien is a horrible term even for aliens. I was like, they're from another world. Alien. It's derogatory, Loki. I was like, wow. What a fucking brain on that one. Oh, wow. Another bright side, Morgan Freeman's like to the woke crowd, so gotta love Morgan Freeman. Every time that man opens his mouth, I'm like, yep. So I don't want to delve into all of that shit this morning. I want to talk about something positive. And I was thinking, what could I talk about? Could I talk about toys? Could I talk about video games? Ground control to Captain Kirk. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. What would it be like to go up into space? I wonder. Yeah, don't. Yeah. I wish we had her. I guarantee you, Ronald Reagan wishes he had her back in the 80s. And now, children, this is why you don't do drugs. Yes. Nancy and I have spoken to Demi, and after speaking to her, we realized that this is why you don't do drugs. Yes. Oh, shit. Yeah, Morgan Freeman doesn't give a shit. Xenomorph is more politically correct. Yes, xenomorph. But they need us, Chris. They need us. We're an important part of their evolution. So we should just give ourselves over and let them, hatch their young inside of us because they need us. We aren't worthy of the gift of the xenomorph. Good God. I'm really happy he got to experience space. He was so moved. If anybody deserved to go into space, it's William Shatner. It's the Shat. It's James T. Kirk. I mean, we all pretty much saw him live in space all those years that he was on Star Trek and all the movies he did. If anyone deserved to go into space, it was the Shat. Technically, he did not go into space. I don't even think they went as high as Alan Shepard did. He went into orbit. In a penis-shaped rocket, apparently. No pun intended. He went into orbit in a penis-shaped rocket, and by God, that's what he did. And that's what he'll go down in history as doing. Going up in space in a penis-shaped rocket. What was the old... Let's see. I know I've got... I know I've got a picture of this somewhere, but I'll just pull it up. Grignac. Let's see. It's actually quite fitting. All right. Bloop, bloop, bloop. We'll make this a little bigger. Get him center stage. Bloop, bloop, bloop. There you go. Mm-hmm. So it's fitting. He went up in a penis-shaped ship. Here he is in Star Trek holding a penis-shaped rock. And if YouTube wants to cancel me for that, by God, go ahead. If that's what you want to cancel me for, by God, we'll make it even bigger. It's a rock. Sue me. So, it wasn't in orbit. He did experience 0G. Blue Origin hasn't done a full orbit. I didn't know that. Mark knows his shit. Rocking that cock rock on the cock rocket. Yes. Dave G. Sound. Logie! Yes, Dave. Yes. I mean, well, it's Star Trek. It's just a rock. Even though it looks like a phallic cock. Yes, it's just a rock. Yeah, William Shatner sings Penis Man while he's flying in a penis rocket on his way to not be in orbit. Yes, that pic encouraged Jeff Bezos to design his rocket. Yes, it did. He was like, wow, I can make a rocket that looks like a big prick. Yeah. Huh. Straight up, then 20 minutes tops. But man, you're floating around. You're like floating around and 0G, and it's got to be cool, right? You're kind of in space. You're in space enough. Yeah, more dig out, more fuel for lower decks. Of course. I think there's already a picture out there of Boimler holding the same rock that Kirk held. I'm pretty sure there is a picture already of Boimler holding that rock. Still happy he got up. What a wonderful way to phrase that, Mark. What a wonderful way to phrase that this morning. Still happy he got up. Maybe his experience and description will inspire people to do better. I hope so. I would hope so, but I doubt it. People are stupid. I'm just, going by the flow. People are being stupid and acting stupid and doing stupid shit. All kinds of stupid shit. Dicks in space. Yes, Psychodorf not. Absolutely, positively. That's the way it is. Dicks in space. Sham just got here. What the fuck did I just turn into? Oh. Kirk went into space in a penis-shaped rocket. We just showed Captain Kirk holding a giant dick. I guess that's what we had up. So, yeah. Better than anything going on lately. Microsoft's bent the knee. The new Halo is going to have body types, not male or female characters, but body types. Star Trek Discovery actor Wilson Cruz claims Dave Chappelle comedy special is responsible for violence in the world. Yeah, these are supposed to be intelligent people representing Star Trek. There's a rumor out there. We don't talk rumors. Talking about Marvel and DC implementing a new social media policy. Who cares? I mean, Superman's sausage smuggler now. So who really cares? They're doing enough to destroy their medium themselves on their own. They don't need, their employees' help, I'm sure. I'm sure that's what they're saying. We're doing enough damage to the brand on our own without our employees doing even more damage to it. Disney's got a way to distinguish between people who've got the poke and people who don't. That go into their park. Isn't that great? Body shape on Halo, yes. Body shape on Halo. New body shape system. Instead of picking male or female for Halo Infinite, you're going to pick a body system. This is what they pushed the game back 6 months for, because they've got to figure out how to rename male, female to body type. I'm just saying. That's what they've spent all this time working out. That's why they pushed the game back till next year, because they've got to figure out body type instead of male, female. So, Lady Mist, what happened to the Thursday Happy Show? It's all sad stuff again. No, we're happy that that Shatner, the Shat Man, went into orbit. Absolutely. I need to stop going over horrible shit. I really do. Go 13's Anime 101 with $2 super chat. This town needs an enema. Did I say that wrong? I don't know. But I do believe, give me 1 second. We'll use this to get back on track. Skull! So while you were growing up, my name is yay, Captain Kirk. Yes, Captain Kirk. Did any of y'all ever think about going out into space? Did you have like the G.I. Joe Space Marine that would go out and go up and fight in space shooting lasers? I don't want to get on James Bond bandwagon because God, look at what's happened to him. But here to make my Thursday Starbucks run brightest day with the $1.99 super chat. Thank you so very much, brightest day, and we'll give you some Starbucks. Skull! used to love the I still haven't fixed that. It's gonna turn into a meme. I used to love the Moonraker because of the lasers, the space laser fight. I thought that was the shit. Pew 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 pew, using lasers in space. Laser guns in space. My God, what is that ugly abomination you've got there? Cage Universe Loki, $2 Canadian super chat. That closer special by Dave Chappelle was brilliant. I completely agree. I absolutely, positively agree. People need to pull the stick out of their ass and enjoy comedy. Shatner goes in a penis rocket going by the name of Blue Origin. If it wasn't sponsored by Viagra, I'll be sad. Yes! Yeah! Yeah. Some doctors got together and decided they were going to bring the Titanic up, so they sent a crate of Viagra down. It's an old joke. Dean Krantz with a $5 super chat. First book I read was Starship Troopers. Hell yeah! Come on, you apes, you want to live forever? I kept waiting for the core to get orbital so I could really be a Cap Trooper. Absolutely. God, that book is so badass. Dave Bob says these freebies keep showing up. I guess I will use it. I can't ever see those on my panel. I've got to look over to the right, my chat screen, because I've got chat set up on another screen to even see those, man. So I'm lucky I even see those. Keep using them. Keep using those freebies, guys. And thank you so very much, Dean, for that $5 super chat. We're going to send out the army, brother. Skull! And a Dega Outlaw, Steve Austin, had the $1 Million Man and his rocket. The dream started very, very early. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. And hello, Stephanie from the Smuggler's Cantina. That was so great seeing the footage of him in Zero G and looking out the porthole. Long live Shatner. Absolutely, Stephanie. The Shat is the shit. Long live Shatner. He's not putting up with any of this woke bullshit. And you can see that on Twitter. I love seeing his tweets on Twitter. I really do. Really do. It's something I don't see enough of anymore, is seeing Shatner's tweets on Twitter, saying just like, what the hell are you talking about? What woke shit are you coming up with today? I love it. I absolutely love it when he goes after it. Starship Troopers was a very good book. The movie had great action, but other than that, Verhoeven didn't get it. I like the movie. I love the book. I love the mech suits. I was waiting for them to get those. I was so pissed off when they didn't get those, and then they come in that third movie. And the second movie was fucking horrible. The third movie was too much singing, but it was weird. It was weird. So, but I liked it. I always thought about going into space. I always thought about flying around in space. What would I do in space? Would I have my own like charter? Would I be a smuggler like Han Solo? Would I run guns? Would I shoot shit? Would I be a bounty hunter? What exactly would I do in space? What would I want to do in space? Because, I mean, you can do so many cool things in space. There's been so many, and that's why one of my favorite movies, let me get it pulled up here. One of my favorite space movies of all time. Maybe old, but it had a really cool idea. So there's this movie. Some of you may know it. Some of you may not know it. It's called Battle Beyond the Stars. And you had George Peppard as Cowboy. Now, Cowboy had a Confederate flag behind him on his spaceship, and he was like a trucker. He was like a space trucker. All right. You had Robert Vaughn as this bounty hunter killer called Gelt. And that's the guy I wanted to be. That is the guy. Now, if I had a second choice, I'd be Cowboy, of course. But Robert Vaughn playing Gelt was like, damn, I want to be this guy. He's just this killer. He's the killer of killers. And then you've got John Boy as Shade. John Boy, Richard Thomas as Shade, and John Saxon is in this movie. There's so many cool people that you're like, holy shit, I can't believe they're in this movie. But it's good. It's really good. If you haven't seen it, it's really good. But I always wanted to be the bounty hunter, assassin, killer guy. The Man in Black in space. Seven Samurai in space. Badass. Absolutely. Psychodorp 9. Yes, Dave G. Sound. Yeah, great movie. Sit Room, Lady Mist. Yeah, I've seen it. I wanted to go to space since I saw Luke in that X-Wing in 77. Adega Outlaw. Yes, the booby ship. Dave Bob, the booby ship. We got to get that movie on the watch party at some point because it's pure cheese, but it's wonderful cheese. Loki, there was a sister movie to that. It used the same smooth nacelled ship. Really? I did not know that. Battle Beyond the Stars was a classic. And I think Purple Valkyrie might know who the coolest character was. It was Valkyrie. It had to be Valkyrie. Loki's going to get his brown coat and go full Firefly in space. I would. I definitely would. I would love to do that. I would absolutely. That'd be like a dream come true. Absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. I would. I'd get my brown coat. I've got a brown coat. Stephanie Smuggler's Cantina. Papard was so handsome in Breakfast at Tiffany's. Papard was the man. He was absolutely the man. I love it when a plan comes together. Dun, 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 dun. Can't stop the signal. No, you can't stop the signal. You can't stop this signal either. No matter how hard you try, no matter how bad you want to, and believe me, there's some people out there that want to. No, you can't. Good luck. Have fun. By all means, come and get me. Take me out into the black. That's right. Take me out into the black. Who else here wants to go to space? Who wants to be Malcolm Reynolds? Who wants to put on a brown coat and smuggle shit and keep on flying and go out into the black? Who wants that? I know I want that, even though I keep losing my signal here in the morning because something's going on. Stephanie, damn straight. Brightest day, you can't take the sky from me. Purple Valkyrie. Lady Mist. DJ Ronnie G. Golago 13. I want to go to space. Yeah, let them be against it. That's right. Psychodorp 9. What impresses me is a killer. Cold, clean, and methodical. Killer would have asked about the little red button on the bottom of the gun. That's right. Oh, killer would have asked about the little red button on the bottom of the gun. Oh, man, I love it. Love it. Fifth Element. I love it. I love his character, too. Absolutely. Zurg. I'd go. Tron! He fights for the users. Yo! Project Spore Time. Space. That's right. The Blue Max. I'll co-pilot with Wash. Dude, yes. Absolutely. I went to Wash's flight school. I've got a shirt that says so. My gravitational pull prevents me from space travel. Okay, Steven. That's that. Yes. Yeah, your gravitational pull keeps you on the fucking planet. Oh my God. Yes. Okay. Badass. Oh my God. I want to be the doctor and date the chief engineer. I bet. Brightest day. Hail to the legendary Tron. Damn straight. He fights for the users, ladies and gentlemen. Mods, if we could get a link to Tron's to Tron's channel, please. If you, one of y'all would please get a link to Tron's channel. Tron's a great guy. If you haven't seen his stuff, if you haven't visited his channel, check him out. He's got a wonderful channel. Rocks it out, play some games, listen to some cool music. I'd love getting to hang out with Tron when I get a chance. You know, Loki, never ever say I'm a leaf on the wind. No shit. Watch how I soar, and then boom, it's over. It's over. Oh, I hated that. God, I hated that. Did anybody else hate that? I am a leaf on the wind. Watch how I soar, and then boom, he's gone. And I'm just like, oh, man, he was my favorite character. He was my favorite character on that show. Oh, he was my favorite character on that show. I loved him. I loved Wash. Broke my heart. That's right. Breaks your heart. Breaks your heart when something like that happens. I hated Whedon for that. Yes. Andy Masterson. Yes. I did too. I was like, you son of a bitch. You did it just because this was the movie and it was the end and that was it. That's the only reason why you did it. You sorry ass son of a bitch. You knew you were never going to do this again. And you wanted tears in the theater. We are all busy, brother. I've been busy as hell doing these new uploads. Guys, I've got a huge upload later today. It's going to be Boromir. That's what it's not going to be just like Boromir's sword. No, we're going to talk about Boromir, the man, the weapons he used, the shield. We're going to talk about everything Boromir. So ladies, be careful. There's going to be some points in this upload where we talk about how Boromir's sword was as long and broad and hard as the man himself. So, ladies, please be nice. Oh, I've got a huge upload. I've heard that one before. Undead Ramen, good morning. Oh, see, it's already started. See, it's already started. It's already started. There may even be some waterfalls in that upload. Oh, Arwen Avalon, love me some Boromir sword. It's going to be about Boromir. It's going to be about the man. All of it. So I think I'm going to move away from just doing like, the sword of Gandalf or anything like that. I'm just going to do the people. The people, and we'll include their weapons along with a biography of the people that actually did it. Loki, did his brother get his sword after he died? No, he didn't. They gave him a hero's funeral, and it washed down the river. It's hard to slay orcs with a limp sword. It is. And Arwen Avalon shows a peach. A peach. I don't even think we're talking about Boromir as a character anymore. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. But will the sword fit in the dishwasher? I don't know. We'll have to ask. We will have to ask. Arwen Avalon loved Faramir, but not quite the sword of Boromir. Oh. Do you wish that Boromir had lived, that Oa died in his stead? I don't know. Faramir died? I don't know. Yeah, phallic symbols in space. Or in Lord of the Rings. Either one. I mean, if it's broad, long, and hard, by God, it can be in Lord of the Rings too. Especially looking at what they're going to do. It's not going to be, it's not going to be a bromance. It's not going to be a fellowship. It's going to be, I've been feeling fine, but it's been so long. Let's get it on. Just wait and see what Amazon does. I can't wait. I can't wait to see what Amazon does. Certainly not going to be Tolkien's Lord of the Rings. I can tell you that much. To the sky, yes. To the sky. Absolutely. Sonny Rhodes still live at 80 to sing the Ballad of Serenity. You can't take the sky from me. That show is going to be a dumpster fire. Hobbits in the Second Age. But they're not hobbits. At least they're not going to be called hobbits. So they're not going to get called hobbits. So we'll have to wait and see exactly what happens with that. I'm just like, yeah, whatever you guys are gonna do, by all means, just go ahead and do it. That way we can get it over with and go, you know what, this is not what Tolkien wrote. It's not what Tolkien intended. It's not what Tolkien had planned. It's not what Tolkien wrote about. You can do whatever you want. I don't care. Oh, I don't care. By all means, ruin Middle Earth. You've fucked up everything else. By all means. Smaller body types, Loki. Smaller body types. These ones are fatter and brown. These ones are skinny and white. These ones over here, they're just fucking everything we can think of thrown in the mix. They're man and female. Whatever. I don't care. I don't give a shit. So they can fuck with it. They can fuck it off. They can do whatever. I don't care. That just goes to show you that you can have an entire company out there protecting your IP, and they're not going to protect your IP. Only you can protect your IP. And once you're gone, that's it. That's it. They can do whatever they want to. You can get someone that's respectful of the property, like Peter Jackson. You can get someone who's respectful and says, we're not going to really dick around with the IP. I thought bringing elves into the Two Towers was great. I really did. I was like, holy shit. Yes, this is a surprise out of nowhere. That's not the way it is in books. The elves are not at Helm's Deep. They don't fight at Helm's Deep, but it makes perfect sense. We are here to honor the alliance between men, elves, and dwarves. I was like, holy shit, yeah! Yes! Honor that. Honor that alliance. Honor that allegiance. They're not hobbits, they're elves of unusual size, whatever. I don't give a shit. I really don't. Golago 13's Anime 101. I think I found my mascot, Grumpy Octopus. For Brandon, who else here wants to say hell yeah to Brandon? Go Brandon. Way to go, Brandon. I do. I'll say it. Way to go, Brandon. Way to go. You want to take me down for that shit? By all means, take me down for that shit. Way to go, Brandon. Brightest day. Some say the Second Age hobbits had blue hair, which grew out only to one side of their heads, and they wore peculiar metal rings in their nostrils like a bull. Brightest day gets the idea. Brightest day gets the idea. Who the fuck cares? I'm done. I'm done. I don't care anymore. I don't give a shit. Stephanie, yeah, let's go, Brandon. Purple Valkyrie, hashtag go, Brandon. Let's go, Brandon. Brandon! And why not? Why not say it? Let's go, Brandon. Why not? Brandon! Brandon! Everybody loves Brandon. Everybody loves Brandon. Why not? Because Brandon isn't fucking up Lord of the Rings. Brandon isn't fucking up Star Trek. Brandon isn't taking a hammer to Star Wars. Brandon isn't promoting the next whatever to be Cinderella. Let's go, Brandon. Oh, shit. I effing hate NBC for what they have done. They have taken my name and associated it with that ass clown. Mind you, one has to recognize the interview's quick thinking in that interview. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, I almost lost power. I just had a brownout. Holy shit. Cinderfella. Night and day at Cinderfella. So the Lord of the Rings they're making now is just another show that I won't be watching. We'll spend that time rereading the books. Absolutely. Absolutely. Or watch the movies. Those are good movies. Those are really good movies. The Lord of the Rings movies. I understand some people don't like the Hobbit movies. And even I get pissed off at the second Hobbit movie. But I like the characters and I like the people that played them. I like the actors and I like the characters. And so I haven't watched Five Armies in forever, but I watched that first movie. I don't know why. I watched the extended version of that first Hobbit movie. And I guess because it feels like there's an innocence to it all. I'm going on an adventure. I like it. I do. Martin Freeman was a great Bilbo. Absolutely. And we have flown over all kinds of topics and bounced all around the room this morning. Martin Freeman was a great Bilbo Baggins. Absolutely. Rod Thunderheart. Hey, good morning, Rod. How are you doing? How are you doing? He made it. Ladies and gentlemen, he made it. I like the extended version of the first film with the songs. Yeah. The Misty Mountains. Yes, absolutely. The tale of Thorin, when they talk about the battle at Moria, it gives me chills. It really does. Azog when he's fighting Azog and how he takes up that broken branch as a shield. That's why they call him Oakenshield. Because he takes up this branch and uses it as a shield. This oaken branch as a shield. Thorin Oakenshield. What a way to get a name. And what a warrior to follow. And that's exactly what his kinsman says. I knew I could follow this man as king. Arwen Avalon, can I have a tall Thorin Oakenshield for Christmas? Arwen, I tell you what, I will produce that video. I will do Thorin for Christmas. I will do Thorin for Christmas. I will do a detailed analysis of Thorin Oakenshield for Christmas. How about that? Yes, Purple Valkyrie. Smaug was epic. Epic. Dave Bob, still I haven't seen any of the Lord of the Rings movies. By God, Dave Bob, we've got to remedy that, my brother. Absolutely badass movies. The casting wasn't the problem with those movies. It was the dragging of the story out over 3 movies. Smaug should have died at the end. I completely agree, Shum. I completely agree. When they cut it, I went nuts. When they cut that at the end of that, and dear God, what have we done? And oh, Misty Mountain. I'm like, son of a bitch. Yes, I was pissed. I was so pissed. Smaug, they should have done the battle with Smaug and he should have died. And that's how they should have ended the second movie, with the death of Smaug and what happens after that. Yes, I completely agree. Yes, I was singing with the dwarves in the theater. Absolutely, Psychodwarf 9. I was right there with you, brother. I was right there with you, singing in the theater. my ex-girlfriend with her head down going, oh my God, I can't believe he's doing this. I do them as watch party, but we can only do the extended ones. Yes. And that's the issue. Who's going to hang around with us for 4 hours while we watch the extended editions of the movies? I mean, that's 6 months. That's 6 months doing a 4-hour stream once every 6 months, or once every month for 6 months. That's 6 movies. Yeah, the book. Yeah, the book is like a quarter of the length of Lord of the Rings, but they made the same amount of movie. Yeah, the extended version is the only way to go. Psychodorf 9, you take it easy, brother. Thank you. Thank you so much for commenting. Thank you. He's going ears only. Then you risk the wrath of WB. No, because we'll have a watch party. So WB can kiss my fat ass. Nostalgia. Yeah. And that's what they try and feed off of. That's what they try and feed off of today. They try and feed off your nostalgia. They're going to try and pull people in. I want to tell you something. Lord of the Rings is not Game of Thrones. Lord of the Rings does not need to be Game of Thrones. Just like Star Trek doesn't need F-bombs and the fucking hubris and all that other shit. It doesn't need Klingon babies getting their heads ripped off and sex scenes. It doesn't need that. It doesn't need that. It doesn't need an orgy in 10 forward. Why? Because it's Star Trek. You people have forgotten. You've forgotten one of the most important lessons. Just because you can do something doesn't mean you must do something. Just because you can do a thing does not mean you must do that thing. Star Trek is better than that. For all those people out there that are like, oh, it's always been there. No. F-bombs were never part of Star Trek. Orgies in 10 forward were never part of Star Trek. Oh, well, I've got this picture. They were burning up. They weren't having an orgy. They were burning alive. What happens when your temperature is 106 degrees? What do you tend to do? Take everything off. They were dying of a fever. They weren't having an orgy, you sick fucks. Oh, look at these naked people frozen to death. They were dying of a fever. Mole cowbell wasn't part of it. I've got a fever and the only prescription is more cowbell. No. Double dumbass on Kurtzman. Hopefully Shat in Space will renew interest in original Shrek. Not this hot garbage they're making today. I don't mean to go negative. I'm just saying. You don't need that. Just like you don't need Lord of the Rings to be Game of Thrones. Why does it need to be Game of Thrones? Oh, well, look how successful Game of Thrones was. It doesn't mean you need to copy it. If you want to copy Game of Thrones, just make a copy of Game of Thrones. Don't take Lord of the Rings and turn it into Game of Thrones. Well, we need lots of sex scenes. No, you don't. It's Lord of the Rings. It's Lord of the Rings. I let my 3-year-old daughter watch Lord of the Rings. She sat there and watched it with me. She cried when Gandalf went down and was like, is he going to be back? I could let my kids watch Lord of the Rings. I can't let my kids watch Lord of the Rings, the TV show. Even though they're not kids anymore. And they get it. They know what it's all about. I still wouldn't let them watch it. Why? Because it's not Lord of the Rings. It's not Lord of the Rings. A whole bunch of sex is not Lord of the Rings. It's Game of Thrones. If you want to make Game of Thrones, go make Game of Thrones. If you want to have a fucking Hobbit orgy, Go do it in fan fiction. Go do it in fan fiction. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it on the TV screen. Oh, well, all the hobbits were gay. Wow. So why did Sam marry Rosie? Oh, it was to hide it because they were in the closet. Then kiss my fat ass. MB Geek, let's talk. With a $10 super chat, Dean Cain said it best, making it by Superman to fight climate and refugee and gay equality, but only in the USA, not in Iran, Afghanistan, and countries that kill gays. Now that would be a bold story to read. It's because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. There is no story to it. There is no story to it. There's no point to it other than we're going to do this and we're going to make this character all about this. Thank you, MB Geek. Let's talk for that $10 super chat. You guys keep the fires of Valhalla burning bright. And this one's for you, brother. Skull!
Long live the fighters!
Dave G. Sound Loki, I found it. The movie is Space Raiders that uses Battle Beyond the Stars ships, amongst others. I will check it out. Thank you, Dave G. Sound. Space Raiders. I've never heard of that. Loki, they did make Game of Thrones and then wrecked it, and any fan goodwill. Yes, goodwill along the way. Absolutely. Absolutely. They did. Absolutely. They ruined it. Let's go, Brandon! Skull! So, yeah, let's go, Brandon. Let's go, Brandon. Let's go. Ooh. Oh, they use Shockwave. How are you doing, Shockwave? They use the existing IPs to try and bring in existing fan bases to their garbage because they know they can't build one themselves. That's right. That's right. We've said it time and time and time again. Shows the gulf between today's writing and Tolkien's. Well, it's not just that. They've got to ruin it, too. They've got to ruin it. They've got to bring it down to their level. You see, here's the thing. They're getting their asses handed to them by a guy who's been dead for decades. They get their ass handed to them by a guy who's been dead for decades. And they just can't deal with it. And Lady Mist, I'm sorry, Lady Mist. Okay, you're going back to Happy Thursday Camp and getting remedial learning. You lost the happy again. I need some Conan now. Yes, ma'am. Thank you so very much, Lady Mist, for that $5 super chat. You keep the fires of Valhalla burning bright, Lady Mist. And here's some Conan for you. Skull! Absolutely, positively badass. To crush your enemies, to see them driven before you, and to hear the lamentations of the women. Yes! Oh, some real toxic masculinity. Absolutely. Go 13. Lady Mist is happy. Oh, man. Yes. I want to see more Conan. It's too bad they didn't do that King of Conan movie, but they probably would have fucked it up. The moral standards of old made great stories. Yes, they did. They made wonderful stories. And they made wonderful heroes we could look up to, heroes we could idolize. I don't care if Malcolm Reynolds would get called a chauvinist or a toxic male or anything like that today. He was a hero. So was Wash. They all were. They were all heroes. And I love them all. And that's something they can't take away from me. Aragorn, Boromir, You can't take those heroes away. You can't take away what they stood for. You can't take away who they were. Because we've got them. We've got them in books. We've got them on TV. They will never, ever, ever be able to change Shatner's Kirk, a hero I looked up to as a child. They will never be able to change that. They'll never be able to go back and take out the bits where he would serenade women. They'll never be able to remove that. His relationship with those women, Kirk's women. It wasn't Mudd's women. It was Kirk's women. They'll never be able to take that away because we've got it and we remember it. We've got the hard copies. We've got the originals. They'll never be able to remove that from us. They'll never be able to take that from us. They'll never be able to take who Conan is. They'll never be able to take him away. Why? Because we've got him on film. We've got him in books. We know who he was. We know who he is. He's Conan of Sumeria. The barbarian, the destroyer, the king. The man who would one day be king by his own hand. We know how that book ends. We know how our stories end. We know how Kirk's story ends. Whether we like it or not in generations, we know how his story ends. We know what Tolkien wrote. They can't change that. They can try to. They can put up this illusion. But they can't change what's written. They can't change what we've seen. We know how it goes. We know what the stories are. We know what our characters were. No matter how hard they try, no matter how hard they beg, they can't change who Tolkien was. And they can't change what Tolkien wrote. They can try. They will never succeed. They can go in and they can try and change Kirk all they want to. They can go and remake the original Star Wars trilogy, which they are doing in anime form. But they can't change what we all know. Just like you can't say Han shot second. We all know Han shot first. I've got the video. I've got a DVD. I've got a DVD of the original theatrical release. And guess what? Han shot first. And we all know it. They can't change that. No matter how hard they try, no matter how bad they want to, they can't change it. So those are the things we hold on to. We hold on to the things we know are true. We hold on to the things we know are right. Let them piss all over the grass. Let them do it. Let them make complete and utter fools of themselves. Because we know the way it really is. And that's something we never have to let go of. That's something they can't change, no matter how hard they try. McClunky. Larry, McClunky! It's what they're trying to do. And we're not going to let them do that. Because we know the way it is. We know the way it is. I'm not gonna be paying to see this new Lord of the Rings series. I'm not. But I will report it, and I will keep reporting it, and I will keep calling them on their shit. Thank you all so very much for being here. Thank you all so very much for hanging out with me on this Thirsty Thursday. Thank you, all of you, for your super chats, for your support, for having my back. It means absolutely everything to me. It means absolutely everything to me. Don't let that bromance in the Superman books get you down. Trust me. Don't let it get you down. Because it's just more pandering. And if they have to pander to get attention, wow, then they've shown all their cards. Everybody take care. Have a great one. Be excellent to each other. and always speak friend to enter.
These videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.